Hey, church family, friends, here we are today. We're going to be chapter 7 in Ecclesiastes, the first 10 verses. And remember, we're talking about good and evil and God knowing and us not knowing. And yesterday, we talked about sometimes things happen. We just don't know why. We don't know why bad things happen, but God does. And today, what we're going to see in the text is Ecclesiastes. He goes on and he says, look, sometimes you don't know, but you do know some things in life. You know some things are better or worse, and some things are more good or less good. And he starts to make a comparison in chapter 7. A lot of quick proverbs. So I'm going to read some of them, and then I just want to ask a couple questions, get us to think. He says this: a good name is better than precious ointment or perfume, and the day of death is better than the day of birth. It's better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for this is the end of all mankind, and the living will lay it to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of face, the heart is made glad. So let's just stop there. First, I want to encourage you, challenge you to go just read the rest of this. But second, listen to some of the things that he's saying. Like a good name, even though maybe it comes through different trials and difficulties, it's better than perfume, right? Like you could be the worst person in the world, splash on some perfume, you're still a bad guy. He goes on, he says things like, sorrow is better than laughter. Well, why? Because of sorrow, we understand joy and gladness. And so what Ecclesiastes is doing is he's trying to get us to think and understand that things we think are bad in life, like the lack of perfume or sorrow or difficulty or death, sometimes those are the very things that make us enjoy the truly beautiful things in life. So maybe the question that I have for us to think about, ponder, in your life or in the life that you live or the lives that you see, what are some things that seem bad immediately or on the surface, but in the long term, you see that, man, God used that for a good purpose in life?